Hello, Sarah here. So today I'll be taking you through a beginner style sequence. Just take everything at your own pace. I'll be giving lots of alignment and foundational cues for you to help with your setup. Keep in mind everyone's body is different, and some of the more flexible style stretch poses, we might look differently. Just let go of any judgment and just make sure any sensation, you continue to breathe through it. No sharp pains, no straining, but sensation is good. And remember to let go of any judgment and just enjoy these next 60 minutes. Go ahead and come into your seated position. We'll start in a Japanese style seated position. If this is a little bit too much of a strain on the ankles, you're welcome to place a cushion underneath, or you can come into an easy meditation position as well with crossed legs. And just take a few moments to settle into your space. Start by closing down your eyes. And we'll start to engage our Ujjayi breath, our ocean breath. Simply begin by inhaling through your nose, exhaling out your nose at the same soft, steady pace. Be sure to breathe all the way deep into the belly, into the diaphragm. This will help calm down the central nervous system and get you out of that fight or flight mode into a more yogic state of being. And I have some music that was created especially for our yoga practice that will accompany us today. So you will hear a very distinct beat to help trap the mind and get you into a deeper meditative state. You can sync your breath with the music. So I will offer up an inhalation of 5 and an exhalation of 5, but you're welcome to change the counts to anything that works best in your body. So we can all start together with one cleansing breath, closing the eyes. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Sealing the lips. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and continue counting on your own. The longer you're here, start to consciously relax your shoulders, soften your elbows, maybe smooth out any lines in the brow, avoid squinting your eyes. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your eyes open to a soft gaze. And you're welcome to remove your cushion out from under the ankles or under your sit bones if you're using one. And just make your way back to the center. Inhale, reaching your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. One more. Now go ahead and shift your hips to one side. You can place your fingertips lightly on your mat beside you. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, side body bend over to the opposite direction. Be sure to keep the heart space shining up to the sky, pressing the shoulder down away from the ear as much as possible. Hold and breathe. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming back to a tall spine at the center, and we'll just shift our hips. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, reaching the right fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, side body bend. And you can bring your gaze wherever you feel most comfortable, maybe straight ahead or up towards the fingertips. One more. Inhale, coming back to the center, rising back to our sit bones. Now we'll come into our tabletop position. So I'll go ahead and face the side so you can see me better. For our tabletop position, on all fours, you want to stack your shoulders directly under the wrist, and then your hips will stack directly under the knees, and your spine will be in a neutral position. So you want to avoid any curvature. Just simply tuck the tailbone, and it'll help to activate and engage the core a little bit more. We'll start by moving into our cat-cow pose to warm up the spine. Inhale for cow. Simply drop your belly, point your chin up to the sky. Inhale to re-engage the breath. Exhale for cat. Arch your spine like an angry cat. Bring your chin to the chest. And now we'll flow one breath to one movement. Inhale for cow. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. And continue to move through your cat-cow at your own pace. Moving as fast or as slow, whatever feels best in your body. You're welcome to tuck the toes, or you can lie them flat on your mat. Then go ahead and return to a neutral spine. We'll stretch a little bit deeper into the shoulders. Bring your forearms down to the mat, making a number 11. And then you want to make sure your hips are stacked directly over your knees. So you might need to walk your hands a little bit further away from your body, and then you can bring either your chin or your forehead down to the mat. And you'll start to feel a stretch in the under part of your arms and your shoulders. Go ahead and we'll hold here, coming back to your conscious breathing. Inhale. Two. One more. Four. And go ahead and come out of the pose, return to your tabletop position on all fours. Now we'll focus on stretching the opposite side of the shoulder. To begin, Inhale, reach the left fingertips up to the sky, and let's roll out the wrist. Be sure to change directions. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, thread the arm across the chest, and you'll bring your shoulder and your temple all the way down to your mat. Now you're welcome to stay here. If you want to stretch a little bit deeper, you can take the right hand. Inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky. Exhale for half bind. Simply bend the elbow, place the fingertips in the opposite hip crease, and we'll hold and breathe together. Inhale. One. Two. Three, one more. 4, if you're in your half bind, return that palm down to the mat. Inhale, pushing off the right hand, reach the left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, return to your tabletop position. And now we'll move to the other side. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up. Go ahead and roll out your wrist. Change directions. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread the arm across the chest. Bring your shoulder and your temple all the way down to the mat. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, if you did so on the other side. Inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, half bind, bending the elbow and place the fingers in the opposite hip crease. And we'll hold and breathe. One. Two. Three. 4. If you're in your half bind, return the palm back to the mat. Inhale, reaching the right fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, return to your tabletop. And we'll come into our child's pose for a little hip stretch. Bring your big toes to touch, and you can just spread the knees wide to the edges of your mat, and then you just simply walk the fingertips forward and bring your chest down to the mat and allow your third eye to rest. Child's pose is a posture you can come to anytime throughout your practice. And keep in mind to make this a little bit more active. You can inhale and extend the fingertips closer to the front so much that the elbows lift up off the mat. And then as you exhale, press the shoulders deeper into the earth to feel a bigger stretch. One. Two. 3, 4. Inhale, return to your tabletop position on all fours. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper into the core and also test out our balance. Inhale, extend the left heel to the back behind you and flex those toes to help activate all those muscles. And then we'll extend the opposite fingertips to the front. You want to imagine someone is pulling on your foot and your fingertips at the same time. And we'll hold and breathe. One, 2, inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze your knees to your elbow. Inhale, extend, exhale, squeeze, nice and slow. Inhale, reach, exhale, squeeze. One more time. Inhale, extend, exhale, squeeze, and this time hold, actively trying to bring the knee closer to your forehead. Very nice. Inhale, extend, exhale, return to your tabletop position. And now we'll change sides, extending the opposite heel to the back, reaching the opposite fingertips to the front. Hold here and breathe. You can find your drishti, one unmoving point to focus your gaze on. One, 2, inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze the knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze and hold. Trying to pull the knee to the forehead. 1, inhale, extend, exhale, coming back to your tabletop position on all fours. Now we'll move into our downward dog. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward dog. Send the hips up and back. Be sure that the fingertips are spread wide on your mat and you're pressing into all 10 of your finger pads. Try to rotate the elbows, the inside of the elbows, to face the front. Press the shoulder blades down into the socket. Send the hips up high, scoop the belly in, and then try to press your heels down into the mat to open up the back side of the leg. And we'll hold and breathe. One, 2, inhale, gaze to the top, to the fingertips. You can bend the knees as much as you need. Just nice and slowly, walking the feet closer to the hands. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. You're welcome to bend the knees. We'll come into ragdoll pose. Reach for opposite elbows. Allow the head to hang heavy. And you're welcome to be still, or you can sway front to back or right to left. Just allowing the low back to release. Now go ahead and release the elbows. Place the palms anywhere that's accessible. And we'll just slowly start to straighten the legs. So we'll straighten the legs until we feel a little bit more sensation in the back of the hamstrings. You want to avoid any hyperextension. If this is enough sensation, stay here. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we'll come into gorilla pose, where you can actually slide the palm all the way under the foot, even bringing the toes up to the wrists, maybe offering a nice little massage. If you would like to go even deeper, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the elbows to help pull the chest closer to the thighs. Hold and breathe. One. 2, and gently release the hands from under the feet. We'll toe heel the feet together to touch. Now bending the knees very nice and slowly so you avoid any head rush. We'll roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Very last thing to stack is the head on top of the shoulders. And if you want, you can roll the shoulders to the back or to the front. And now we'll continue with our warm-up. You can bring your fingertips to your shoulders, and we'll just simply start to rotate the elbows to the front. You can keep the feet hip-width distance apart, add a little bend, whatever is comfortable. And change directions to the back. And now we'll take straight arms and forward. And reverse circles to the back. And coming back to the center. And now this one, we're just going to warm up the spine a little bit more with a twist. You're welcome to just let your arms be heavy wherever they fall. And twist right to left. And go ahead and come back to the center. And bring your hands to your heart, standing at attention, Samastahiti. So now we'll start with our Sun A. Going to face the sides so you can see me a bit better. We'll take this nice and slow this first time through. So with your hands in heart center, inhale, reach your arms over your head for Tadasana mountain pose. Now this is a very active posture, so you really want to root down through the feet, engage the quads so much that they lift up off of your kneecaps. Tuck your tailbone. You want your shoulders stacked directly over the hips. The belly is active. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And you can spin the pinky tips in to help activate the triceps. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You can bring your hands to heart center. We'll simply start to hinge at your hips. So tilt the pelvic bone to the back, create space so you can hinge forward. Try to move as much as possible with a flat back all the way down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. So we'll just simply inhale and create one long line of energy with the spine from the tailbone all the way out through the crown of the head. The placement of the hands can be lightly on the shins. And you want to squeeze the shoulder blades together behind your back to help lengthen the spine, and tuck your chin 1 inch. Inhale to re-engage the breath. As you exhale, plant your palms. We'll come into our full plank, a push-up-like position. Option 1, you can be in high plank. Option 2, drop to the knees for low plank. Either variation is fine. Just be sure that the hips are in line with the shoulders, so you're making a diagonal line. You don't want the hips too low because then you'll lose the activation, or too high, that'll just be too easy for you. So try to create that diagonal line if you're in a low plank, or if you're in a high plank, one long line of energy from the ankles, the hips to the shoulders. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Bend the elbows and squeeze them to the side of the rib cage. You want the shoulders in line with the elbows. And then we'll come all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Option 1 for full cobra. Option 2, baby cobra, if that's more accessible. Again, any variation wherever you're at today, just let go of any judgment. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, tucking the toes, coming back to your downward facing dog. You can take a few minutes to stabilize your breath, come back into alignment. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step with one foot, lift the chest, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart. So now you've completed one vinyasa. So now we'll flow through the same variation. We'll flow a little bit faster, this time moving one breath to one movement. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, either cobra, low or high cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze and step to the top of the mat. Lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart. And we'll keep flowing. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time through. Inhale, reach your hands over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Inhale to high plank, any variation. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, to down dog. Inhale, gaze and step to the front of the mat. Lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching your arms over the head. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. I hope you're all feeling nice and warm right now. So now we'll continue moving on. Inhale. Exhale for chair pose. Bending the knees nice and low so you can squeeze the thighs together. Shift your weight back into your heels so much that you could lift up your little toes, give them a wave. If it's more accessible to keep the hands at heart center for now, go ahead and do so. If you would like to reach them over the head, you can as well. And you just want to make sure your spine is in one long line of energy. So a lot of times, if you're newer to this posture, we tend to curve the spine. Simply tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in, and that will help to create one long line of energy with the spine. And we'll hold here. One. 2, inhale, exhale, forward fold, hands to the heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, down dog. And take a few moments to stabilize your breath. On your next inhale, reach the right leg high. Standing splits. So the toes need to be activated. It can be a point or a flex as long as there is something for the activation. Press the palms into the mat, hold and breathe. Square the hips, drop that right hip down. 1. 2, inhale, exhale, bending the knee lightly, stepping the foot all the way through to the front. You can drop the back knee down. We'll come in to a low lunge position and then reach our arms over our head for crescent moon. Option 1, you can stay here. Option 2, I invite you, inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, melt your hips closer to the front. So you'll feel more of a stretch in that hip flexor. For your alignment, very important that the knee and ankle are always stacked at a 90-degree angle. So you might need to wiggle the toes forward or back. And we'll hold and breathe. You can engage the glute to help open up the hip flexor further. 1. 2, inhale. As you exhale, just bring the fingertips to the mat. Inhale, exhale, flex your toes towards your face, and then pull that hip bone back so your hips are square. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold the torso forward over the thigh. Hold and breathe for half splits. One, 2. Now we'll flow one breath to one movement. Inhale, return to your low lunge, crescent moon. Reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, half splits. Plant the fingertips. Flex the heel to your face and fold. 4 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, bend your knee, walk the hands forward. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few moments here to stabilize your breath. Inhale, reaching your left leg high. Standing splits. Drop the left hip bone down. Square the shoulders, hold and breathe. One. 2, inhale, exhale, lightly stepping that foot through to the front, dropping the back knee, coming into our low lunge. Inhale, reach the fingertips over the head. Exhale, crescent moon. Option 1, you can stay here. Option 2, just slowly melt the hips a little bit lower. And just allow yourself to gently open that hip flexor, hold and breathe. One. Be sure to check your alignment of the knee and the ankle. 2. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, flexing the toes. Pull that left hip bone back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold your torso over the thigh. Hold and breathe. One. 2. Inhale, bending the front knee, reach the fingertips over your head, crescent moon. Exhale, half splits, moving one breath to one movement. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bending the knee, walk the palms forward, tuck your back toe. Inhale to plank, either low or high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to down dog. Taking a few moments here to stabilize the breath. At any time, you're welcome to get into child's pose. We'll take one all together. Bring the big toes to touch, spread the knees out wide. Relax your forehead on your mat. And you're welcome to take a few detoxifying breaths. Inhale through your nose. Big open mouth exhale. 2 more. Beautiful. Seal your lips. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. And on your next inhale, come back to your tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze and step to the top of your mat. Lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart. Wonderful. I hope everyone's feeling good. Now we'll move on to some balancing. So we'll start with our tree pose. For the standing leg, you can really grip the toes into the mat. With the opposite leg, bring the sole of the foot either to the calf or the inside of the thigh. You want to avoid any pressure on your knee. And remember to find your drishti. That's one unmoving point to focus your gaze on. And bring your hands to your heart. Stack the shoulders over the hips. You can engage the buttocks to help open up the knee to the side. Bring your hands to your heart. Hold and breathe. One more, stay with me. Four, and release. You can shake out that foot. And if all those sways and wobbles, they're wonderful. You're activating your stabilize your muscles. If you fall out, get right back in it. We're here to learn, we're here to build strength, so don't get discouraged. And we'll move on to the opposite leg. So you can start by gripping your toes into your mat and then bringing the sole of your foot to the same position as you did on the other side, either the calf or the inner thigh. Find your drishti. Hands to your heart, hold and breathe. And release. And go ahead and shake out your leg. So now our next one we'll come into is eagle pose. So our base, we'll start by coming into our chair pose. So you've been here. Bring the feet together. Inhale for chair, bending the knees, and then reach your arms over your head. Now for eagle, we'll start by swinging the right arm underneath. You can either reach for opposite shoulders if this is enough sensation, or move into the full bind. And then we'll take the right leg and stack it on top. So you can either just stack and keep a flex in the foot, or you can move all the way into the bind. And we'll hold and breathe. Try to stack the shoulders directly over the hips. Bring the elbows in line with the shoulders. Press your palms away from your face, squeezing everything into the center. 1, 2, 3, last one. 4. And release, return to standing. Now we'll move to the other side. Inhale for chair, bending the knees, reach the arms over your head. This time the left arm will come under. Again, either reach for opposite shoulders if you did so on the other side, or move into the full bind with your hands. And then we'll bring the left leg on top, either to stack or a full bind if you can. Hold and breathe. One, 2, 3, try to lengthen that spine. If you were sliding down a wall, you would want your back to touch the entire time. And release. Beautiful. Shake it out. And we'll come back to the center. You can stay facing me. Hands to your heart. We'll move through one cleansing flow. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Inhale to any variation of plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we'll move a little bit deeper into a hip stretch. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale for pigeon pose. Bend your knee and bring the ankle and the knee as much as possible parallel to the top of your mat. So you can see I'm not quite there yet. So something for all of us to work towards. And then you want to keep your hips square. So you'll have a tendency to sink into that hip of the front knee. You can either place a pillow, a cushion, or a block under that sit bone to help keep you centered. Inhale, lengthen the spine for proud pigeon. Exhale, fold forward for sleeping pigeon. You can just bring your chest and your forehead all the way down to the mat. And this is a great opportunity to come back to that deep conscious breathing. One, 2, 3, 3, 4. Inhale, coming back to an upright spine for proud pigeon. You can press the palms into the mat and tuck the back toe under. Engage that leg. Inhale, three-legged dog. Reach the leg up to the sky. You can give it a shake if you need. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg high rather. Exhale for pigeon pose. So again, bringing your knee and ankle parallel to the top of the mat as much as possible. And you just scoot that leg straight behind you, watching the placement of the hip, maybe using a cushion if you need. Inhale, sitting up tall for proud pigeon. Exhale, fold forward for sleeping pigeon. And coming back to the breath. Inhale. One. 2. 3. 4. Inhale, coming back to proud pigeon. Press the palms into the earth, tuck the back toe under, engage that leg. Inhale, three-legged dog, maybe give it a shake. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to high plank. Exhale, all together, we'll slowly chaturanga all the way down to our belly. And you can bring the tops of the foot to the mat. And first we'll come into Sphinx pose. Stack the elbow directly under the shoulder and your forearms make a number 11. And in this posture, we're trying to shine our chest, our heart space up to the sky. You can tuck the chin slightly. And to open the middle back, our thoracic spine even further, you can pretend like you're pulling back with the fingertips to help with the activation. Hold and breathe. One. 2. You can stay here, or if you would like to go a little bit deeper, you can straighten the arms into seal pose, or if you would like even more, walk the hands back and keep those elbows squeezed into the rib cage for a fuller expression of our cobra. One. And be sure to relax the buttocks. Will help to allow the spine to open up more. 2. And gently release. Coming back down, and you can bring one ear to the side, your arms long beside you. And then we'll go ahead and we'll come back to the center. And this time, make sure that the feet are closer together and you want to press the toes so much into your mat that your kneecaps lift up off the earth. So much more of an activation. And then inhale, lifting the chest for low cobra. Attention mudra with the fingers. Tuck your chin. hold and breathe. One. 2. 3. 4, and bring the opposite ear to the mat, arms long beside you, taking a moment for a short prostration. You're welcome to bend the knees and windshield wiper the legs from right to left if you feel like you need more of a release. And coming back to the center, we'll bring the arms under the shoulders. Inhale, push yourself up to your knees. We'll just walk ourselves forward on the knees and then shift our hips to one side. Bring the feet in front. We're going to lie down on our backs. So we'll start by coming into bridge pose. For the setup, your feet should be hip-width distance apart, and you want to be able to graze the backside of your ankles. Your knees and toes will be in one line facing the front. And then a couple different options with the arms. You can just keep them down by your sides, and then you'll press them into the mat as we lift the hips. Or you're welcome to interlace the hands behind your back. So you can watch me. Inhale for bridge, lifting the hips up high. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, you can tuck the shoulders and interlace the hands. It'll help the hips come up a little bit higher. Be sure to notice your knees. You want to make sure they're not going too far out. Keep them in line with your toes. Hold and breathe. One, lift them a little bit higher. 2, and gently release, bringing your hips all the way back to the mat. And you're welcome to squeeze the knees to the chest if that feels nice. And return the feet to the mat. We'll take one more set of our bridge pose. You're welcome to repeat the same variation or try a new variation. I will offer one more deeper progression, which is actually reaching for your ankles. And you'll hold onto your ankles the whole time. So if you would like to try this one, inhale, lifting the hips, and hold and breathe. One. 2, slowly melting the hips back to the earth. You can release the grip and squeeze your knees into your chest. Now try to keep this entire spine on your mat. So press your tailbone into the earth and your shoulders at the same time for maximum spinal extension. And you're welcome to rock side to side if that feels good. And now we'll rock and roll front to back until we gain enough momentum to come up into a seated position. So first, just enjoy a nice little spinal massage. And then go ahead and come all the way up to a seated position. And we'll extend our legs out long in front of us. You can scoot any flesh out of the way. Flex the toes for activation. Inhale, reach your fingertips over your head. As you exhale, tilt the pelvic bone to the back wall, create space, and then start to fold forward, reaching for anything that's accessible. Maybe the calves, maybe the ankles or the toes, and you can just let your head hang heavy. We'll hold and breathe. One. This is a great counter stretch for all those back bends. 2. 3. 4, slowly coming up, one vertebrae at a time. Now we'll move into our seated twist, so you can stay facing me. I'm just going to turn. We'll bend the left knee first and point your bottom knee towards me, and then the opposite leg will just kind of cross the ankle over the front of the thigh, and then you can use the right palm as your base to help keep the spine nice and tall. Inhale, reach the opposite fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, hook your elbow over that thigh and twist at the same time. So you always need to create space to lengthen before you twist. And then when you're here, you can continuously lengthen on the inhale and attempt to twist deeper on the exhale. Hold and breathe. One. 2, and coming back to the center, taking a quick little twist in the opposite direction, and then we'll change out our legs. So now bringing the right knee on the bottom, pointing your knee towards me, just crossing that ankle in front of the other thigh. We'll use our left hand for our base this time to keep our spine nice and tall. Inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, hook the elbow and twist. We'll hold and breathe. Always trying to twist from your belly, and the shoulders simply follow. 1. 2, coming back to the center. You can take a little short counter twist, and then extend your legs long towards me, towards the front. We'll reach our fingertips to the front. Inhale, exhale, slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. So one little core engagement. And then as soon as your shoulders touch the mat, you can squeeze your knees to your chest. Inhale, exhale for happy baby. Reach for the outside or inside edge of your feet. And again, be sure to press your tailbone into the mat. If your tailbone is too far up, then instead of reaching for the hands, you can actually reach for the back side of your hamstrings. So you want to try to keep your spine pressed into the mat as much as possible. You can be still or sway side to side. And then squeeze your knees together to touch. And we'll take one last big breath. You can pretend like you're giving yourself a nice hug. Inhale, exhale to final Savasana. Release the legs, relax everything. Arms, palms are face up, closing the eyes if they're not already. Return to normal breathing, completely surrender. slowly start to reawaken the body. If you have more time to stay in Savasana, please do. Otherwise, you can start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Inhale, reach your arms over your head like you're just waking up for a big morning stretch. Exhale, move to fetal position, bending the knees, roll to one side, whichever feels most comfortable, using your bicep as a pillow, and try to keep your eyes closed the entire time. And whenever you feel ready, slowly pushing yourself up to a seated position, Sukhasana, easy posed with crossed legs. Sitting up nice and tall. Just taking a moment of gratitude for your practice. Bringing our hands to our heart center. Bringing your hands up to your third eye to close out our practice. The light, the love, and the strength in me sees, honors, and reflects that same light, love, and strength inside you. We bow forward together to seal in our practice. Namaste. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed your practice. I'll see you on the mat again soon.